This could ruin my chances.
You know what they say about newspapers. Tomorrow's fish and chip wrapping. And at least it's publicity. Look, you got your face on the front page.
I look a complete idiot.
Well, it could have been worse. I could have been standing beside you with me tights around my ankles.
Politics may be a joke to you, but it's been part of my life for years. It matters to me. It is who I am.
Yeah, at least Steph won't be around.
Oh, she's not that bad.
She's totally weird. She gives me the creeps.
No, I think she's quite interesting.
Yeah, you're only saying that because you're doing your A-levels.
What has that got to do with it?
Well, you're showing off. She's a complete head case.
Yeah, well, it takes one to know one. Right, come on, we better go.
Hi.
Morning. You all right? Why wouldn't I be?
Paddy.
Feels awful about what I said to you.
And that was our fault. We encouraged him.
I just want to forget it ever happened. So does Paddy.
Still wants to be your mate.
So he said, yeah.
Hello. Sorry, I'll be in the surgery.
Just a bit cold.
He's hardly slept at all.
Yeah, he's not the only one. Kept me awake all night.
I think he might be sickening for something.
Probably a touch of colic, love. Nothing to worry about.
He looks healthy enough to me.
What time are you due at the hospital?
Taxi should be here in a minute.
Are you sure you can't look after him, Lisa?
Not today, love. I can't. I've got too much on at the garage.
He'll be all right with me.
I just don't like leaving him while he's like this. Maybe I should make another appointment.
Don't be daft. Got to get your test results, haven't you?
Plus,
Why don't I come with you, eh? Sam can stay with Samson, and you can make a start on your wedding speech.
I want to go with Alice.
Can't leave that muppet in charge of a baby.
Oh, I'd like to see you take care of him.
Do better than him.
Oh, you better get a move on, love.
oh, so I'm gonna taxi, let's go.
Right. Why don't I come with you? Then Sam can stay here and Zach can help him with his speech.
Hey, then everyone's happy.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I can be there for 12. And I'll be able to pick up the passport later today. That's splendid. Thanks very much. Good news. They can process my passport application later today. Should be ready by the time we get there.
I don't want to come.
Oh, nonsense.
Oh, darling, I've got a splitting headache.
That's because you slept so well.
Do you think so?
You went out like a light. Bit of TLC and a nightcap. It was just what you needed. And now, some fresh air, doctor's orders.
What about the girls?
Oh, they'll be fine. Everything's in order. It's all taken care of. Hey, this time tomorrow, we'll be sitting in the sun, and this place will seem like 1,000,000 miles away.
Eric wants it so much more than I do.
How do you know? You might get turned on by power.
I want to spend the rest of my life with him, and he feels the same about me. But if he loses this election, he'll never forgive us.
Bit late to start thinking like that.
I'm damned whatever I do. Even if I do pull out, he'll think I'm a pushover. And that's no basis for a relationship. You have to preserve your dignity.
So basically, you've got to pretend you want to win and hope you don't.
Oh, you can see me problem.
Aye. And it's a Bobby Dazzler even by your standards.
As soon as I walked in, she covered herself up like it was some sort of pervert.
Well, she's bound to feel a bit embarrassed after what you said.
Well, a week ago, it wouldn't have bothered her.
Well, she didn't know then you were lusting after her firm, young body.
Why do you have to make everything sound so grubby?
Do you mean to say you've never harboured any impure thoughts about her?
I just want to go back to being a mate.
Yeah, well, that's going to take some time, isn't it?
Yeah, perhaps I'm kidding myself. Now I've told her how I feel. You can never go back.
Good morning. How very exciting. Good luck. Oh, look. You appear to have attracted the attention of the media.
Ladies, Mr. Pollard, were you pleased with the piece in the Courier?
It was a despicable example of gutter journalism, if you must know.
You're in the public eye 24/7. It's my job to find stories.
We need each other.
I need you like I need a chocolate teapot.
Well, I've come with an open mind, counsellor. Impress me.
You know, I've taken time off to hear what you've got to say.
Really?
I know you know Winston Churchill, but considering the competition, I say he's had a fair crack of the whip.
Do you mean you would vote for me?
I won't be the only one after seeing that picture in the paper.
Wait till they hear you speak. They'll probably change their mind.
I don't know what I'm going to say yet.
Oh, talk about yourself, you always do.
Oh, yeah, great. That would be political suicide. Diane, you're a genius.
We should have helped been here ages.
Just look at the state of her. That wedding cost £1 million, apparently. The dress cost 100 grand. Just like a rat slapper. I wouldn't be seen dead in it, would you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Alice Wilson.
Over the years, I've tried to support the people of this ward with no thought of personal gain or glory.
Could have fooled me.
What you need is a councillor who will fight for his constituents with no thought of personal gain or glory. Re-elect me, and I promise to strive with all my strength for your best interests. I look upon you all as my friends, and I would be proud, humbled, and honoured to serve you again. Thank you.
I'd now like to call upon our next candidate, Valerie Lambert.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I've been wondering all morning what to say. And I haven't got a clue about council issues, so I'm going to talk about myself. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you straight who I am and what I've done, and then you can make your minds up.
Some of us have already.
Thank you, Dad.
I was rubbish at school, and I've never had what you could call a career. Basically, I'm born idle. I mean, I have had to work for a living now and again. If you can call dealing cards work. You've just got to flash a bit of cleavage to take their minds off the cards, and that's it. But at least it kept us in gin money. And that's something I feel very passionately about. Gin. I could probably drink you lot under the table. And I know a lot about family values. I've got 2 kids. Not that I've ever been married, like. I can't hang on to the same bloke for long enough. I had an affair with my sister's husband when I was 19, and I've carried on from there, really. Oh, and I know a lot about law and order. I ought to. I'm doing community service for stealing off my sister. That's because I'm terrible with money. I'm pretty terrible with sisters and all. So, that's me, Valerie Lambert. If you're after a work-shy, thieving adulterer with a taste for gin, give us your vote.
You'll do for me, sweetheart. I've just been telling them about Valerie's extraordinary performance.
Oh, she sounds so cool.
Her behaviour's appalling, which is what I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, what have we done now?
Nothing, but the day after tomorrow, Laurel and I are invited to the Bishop's annual party. It's usually deadly dull.
We don't have to go, do we?
No, but we'll be staying overnight. And I expect you to behave yourselves while we're gone.
Of course we will.
Just to make sure, I've asked Betty to keep an eye on you.
What for? I'm capable of doing a bit of the old loco parentis.
I've asked her to keep an eye on you as well.
Basically, the cancer hasn't responded to the course of chemotherapy. In fact, the tumour deposits have grown.
What does that mean?
Well, we can carry on with the treatment. That'll help to control the disease and it'll increase your life expectancy.
Does that mean I won't get better?
I wouldn't give up hope, but the chances of remission are very slim. I'm sorry. There is another type of chemotherapy we could try, but it's very aggressive. It would be far more unpleasant for you. The best we can do is to control the disease. This may prolong your life, though only for a short period of time.
What on earth possessed you?
I didn't do too well, did I?
That is the understatement of the century. Who in their right minds is going to vote for you now? Apart from him.
I just said the first thing that came into my head and then carried on. I told the truth.
Never a good idea.
I didn't know what else to say. I haven't got a clue about car parking charges and refuse disposal. I guess I'm just not cut out for politics.
Ah, well, it's just as well you found out now.
I suppose I better leave it to the experts.
Ah, it's an ill wind. Still, no one will be talking about that photograph now, will they?
I don't suppose they will. I hadn't thought of that.
Hey, come on. Better get your packing done.
Oh,
We need to leave for the airport in half an hour.
I feel so tired.
You'll be drowsy after the drive.
Maybe you should go on your own.
Don't be silly. You'll be fine when we get there.
Why do I feel so tired?
I'll tell you what. You put your head down for 5 minutes and I'll do your packing, okay?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I suggest you discuss the options with your family and GP. You can also talk to your Macmillan nurse. When you've decided what you want to do, come back and see me again.
Thank you, Doctor.
Alice, I'm so sorry.
At least we know now, don't we?
Is he going to start things out with Tony then, or what?
It's likely to, yeah.
So would she.
You reckon?
Only one way to find out. Tea!
No.
What?
Paddy's got something to say to you.
No.
Either you have or you haven't.
Well, all right then. Yeah, I'd like to say... Well, I'd like to apologise, really. I've spoiled things. And I wish I'd never said, but I did. And I wondered if we could forget about all that and just go back to the way that we were.
Which is what exactly?
Just being mates, like we used to be.
Do you think we can do that?
Well, I hope so, yeah. I used to really like being your friend.
Suppose we can give it a try, yeah?
Let's do that then.
You know, I'm the world's worst packer, so I'm bound to have forgotten something.
Some credit cards.
There you go, darling. What can you get?
I'm sorry it's come to this, but I'm sure you're doing the right thing. She really needs to get away.
Don't worry, Alan. I'll take good care of her.
Have a good time. I'll be thinking of you.
Thanks.
Will someone help me learn my vowels? I've got a copy of them from Ashley.
Aye, OK, son.
Oh, hello, love. How are you? How'd you go on? What were your test results like?
How's he been?
He's been a lot better.
Oh, have you seen that goodbye for your daddy?
So, what did the doctor say?
Oh, they just talked about the treatment, that sort of thing.
The results were OK then?
We'll have to go and see Doctor again.
had his dinner?
No, we were waiting for you.
Right, well, we better get you fed then, haven't we, eh? You must be starving.
Yeah, he's not the only one. What's for me tea?
You can wait 2 minutes, can't you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just put it in first as usual.
Don't listen to your Uncle Ken. He's a right old grouch.
So, Tucky, you won't be going back to Portugal now. You sorted things out with Paddy, then?
He's never going to do that anyway.
Nah, he's pretty active.
Yeah, well, not exactly jumping for joy now.
Why? What have you got to be upset about?
It's one thing saying we can be mates.
Yeah, a bit of give and take, that's all it needs.
Shut up, Danny.
What's this, Councillor? Consorting with the enemy?
Yeah, I thought I'd buy Valerie a glass as a way of consolation.
Ah.
I expect I've given you tomorrow's headline, haven't I?
Oh, you have indeed. It was quite a performance.
It puts my escapade into the shade.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Let me buy you a drink. Sure there's no hard feelings for yesterday.
Well, I think you've been a tad premature there.
Meaning?
Well, we're leading on the issue of trust, and we've decided to praise Miss Lambert for her courage and honesty.
But not even I would vote for myself after what I said.
Well, we've edited out some of the more lurid details.
That is disgraceful.
No, Councillor, it's spin. Politician tells truth. Shock horror.
Are you deliberately trying to ruin my political career?
No, no. I'm trying to sell newspapers. And a close contest is good for circulation. I'll be seeing you.
I don't believe it.
You are determined to make a mockery of my life, aren't you?
No.
You've turned this campaign into a farce. I have years of dedicated public service, which counts for nothing. You come along, not an idea in your head. You treat the hustings like some Jerry Springer show, and you come up stinking of roses.
It's not my fault.
It was you who decided to stand against me.
I wish I hadn't.
Too late for that.
Eric!
She's not said a word about what happened at the hospital. She's carrying on like nothing happened.
Well, maybe nothing has. Maybe she hasn't had the results yet.
Why don't you say so?
You don't think she's had bad news? And can't bring herself to tell us?
I don't know, love. I hope not. Dare say she'll tell us when she's good and ready.
I'll go and give her an hand. You go and talk some sense into him.
Aye. You know, when I was your age, I had this dog. Billy, his name were.
You what?
Aye, were a runty little mongrel with a splodgy face, but hey, best dog I ever had. Took him everywhere. Poaching, on the rob. Got me out of no end of scrapes.
What are you going on about?
Last thing at night, used to let him into the yard. He'd run round for a bit, do his business. And then he'd come back in, sleep on our bed. Till one night. I'd nodded off, and I woke up and he wasn't there. Went outside, called his name. Nothing. So I walked down the lane. And there he was. Lying in the road. Dead. Car must have hit him. It didn't make sense. He was that gentle, and I loved him. And I lost him for no reason. I got mad, but it didn't do any good. Didn't bring him back. You've got to make the best of what you've got. It's all any of us can do.